nutritional therapy practitioner, and I'm also an NBC bikini competitor. And this is my reverse vlog, week 3 of my reverse vlog. It's my first week kind of being back to normal. You know, I had the Olympia right after my show and then traveling back from the Olympia and all that good stuff. So unfortunately, this was not a week where I can say I got back in my normal routine because, as I mentioned in my last video, my gym was shutting down unexpectedly and just it was kind of a crazy work week as well. But before we get into all of that, let's first talk about my check-in for this week. I promised there'd be video back, and there is. So here are my check-in photos from the week. I am back in what I call the good lighting. That probably won't last. I'm still sending my coach check-in pictures in the like more harsh real lighting, this kind of diffuse, beautiful lighting. It's natural lighting, but it's a little bit more flattering perhaps than it should be. And then also the video from this week. So I was feeling pretty good. I hadn't actually posed really at all, aside from just sending some quick check-in pictures or done my routine since my show. So it was kind of nice to get back at it. Yeah, so that was all good. So let's talk about what he and I chatted about. Not quite as much now that we're not like getting ready for a show. It's a little less communication, but Monday morning I sent my check-in photos and I said, "Good morning, not a lot to report. I'm struggling a lot with general inflammation / bloat. Maybe hormonal, I'll keep you posted." Yeah, so at the beginning of the week, I was feeling just like really uncomfortably bloated, I guess, for lack of a better word. And I don't struggle with bloat. It wasn't digestion. Digestion was functioning well. It was just, like I said, generalized, just feeling really kind of inflamed all over. I said, one big issue, my gym suddenly closed with 2 days notice. I have a backup membership at a local community center gym. It's okay, but not the best. I'm going to interview another gym this week. The community center gym is passable, but a definite downgrade in equipment. Yeah, we'll talk more about that. Aside from the inflammation and bloating, I'm feeling really good. So he wrote back, I don't doubt that feeling of inflammation is from the semi-rapid weight gain, because my weight did go up. I remember I had that like extreme artificial low the Monday before when I came back from the Olympia, where my weight was like 4 pounds down from stage weight, which was, you know, not normal, not okay. So where I was sitting Monday morning was up from stage weight, you know, about 3-4 pounds. So he calls it rapid weight gain, but it's like rapid weight gain of less than 5 pounds. So, you know, not as terrifying as it sounds. You look a little fuller here in a good way, but it can be, even with the weight gain, it can be no more than a pound of actual body fat and maybe less. I think it's safe to hold here without moving calories up quite yet, but just being closer to maintenance eating might mean you bounce around a couple of pounds in either direction. He said, hopefully you're feeling a little better in the gym week by week now, ? I said, agreed, not ready to move calories or macros up. I would like to stabilize a little bit first. And again, like I said, I was feeling so inflamed. I just was like, oh, let's just hold here. Muscles continue to feel better and more hydrated. My strength is not improving just yet, but holding, and I'm not trying to push it too much. On the hunt for a new gym. That was it. I didn't hear back from him. So, I mean, there was really, guys, nothing for him to say. No changes, no nothing. Yeah, so like I said, the check-ins, you know, in the off season are definitely a little less involved and a little less interactive than they are, you know, when you're getting ready for a show, but still there. And I still am going to be checking in every week to hold myself accountable and also to make the gains that I need to make this off season. So let's talk about the gym. So my gym, going back in time, close to a year ago, the space that it was in was going to be renovated. So we were kicked out, but right away they found another space that was actually much better. So it was this huge empty space that used to be a Bed Bath & Beyond store. So really big, they got a way more equipment and it was really spread out. It was really awesome. Like it was great. And we knew that we couldn't stay there forever. I say we, like I own the gym, I don't, but like, you know, as gym members, we knew that this wouldn't be the permanent location because that building was slated to be demolished for a new development. But, you know, as things move in local government and all that kind of stuff, it kind of seemed like it would be probably at least a year. And in that amount of time, you know, the gym would have time to find a permanent location. Well, apparently, with 2 days notice, the zoning stuff came through and the gym was told they had to evacuate, get out immediately. So that's where they sent us this notice. So what they did is they, you know, told us that we could, in the interim, you know, they'd made an arrangement with this gym nearby, you know, that our membership would still be good there and that they had all this great equipment and they have pools and they have, you know, amazing locker rooms and all this great stuff. So during the week, I just wasn't really able to get over there. So I was just using the gym in my apartment, which is fine. And I thought, well, great. So on the weekend, I'll go over there and I'll give it a shot and see what it was like. So yesterday, yesterday morning I went over and I was shocked. Like, I didn't even stay for a workout. I couldn't. It was tiny, it was hot, like in a bad way. I mean, like there were no windows, it was really crowded, and it was tiny. And when I say tiny, I mean it's basically the size of the gym in my building. Only, yeah, not, I mean, and the same amount of weight. So the dumbbells in that gym only go up to 100 pounds, which is what they go up to in my community center gym. My gym at my building, we go up to 50 pounds, which is definitely, or actually, well, there's actually some kettlebells that go up to 100 pounds. So I'm like, well, this is, I mean, I literally am like, I can't work out here. Like, so I left and went back to the community center. And the community center gym, like I said, it's a Y. It's a big sports arena. So they have a huge like rugby field and they do tons of like sporting events there. So the gym is nice. But it's just not, it's mostly equipment. It's like mostly just equipment. There's 2 squat racks and there are 2 deadlift platforms and then a ton of machines, but they're not good machines. They're like, I call them like old folks home machines because they're not like good bodybuilder machines. And then they do have dumbbells that only go up to 100 pounds, which is fine. But like my previous gym, we had dumbbells that went up to 150 pounds and like I would use those. It was always funny picking up a 150-pound dumbbell when that's more than my weight. And carrying it. I'm like, my goodness. So that's where I'm at. There are a couple of, there is one amazing, like real true bodybuilding gym. It's where Martin Fitzwater did a lot of his training back in the day. It's called Armbrust. It's, they call it the Mile High Mecca, but it's a good 45-minute drive each direction from my house. And that's with like no traffic. So it's kind of a trek. Has great rates. It's an awesome gym. It can get kind of crowded, but it's a really cool gym. And then there's another gym that's, maybe 30 minutes away. That's also like a big, more like a powerhouse gym. That's really good. And then of course, close to me, there's tons of like 24-hour fitness. And there's I was going to call it Purple Fitness, Planet Fitness. There's a couple of Planet Fitness, but also those are not great options either. So I'm still kind of like, I don't know what to do. And the bigger bummer is just that I used to walk to the gym and it was just so nice. Like even in the winter, just to get outside for that like mile, it was, about a 1.5 mile round trip. And it was just a really great way to get my steps in and just to get some fresh air, even if it was dark and cold and just to kind of be outside. I really loved that. So I'm kind of mourning the loss of that more than anything. I mean, yes, the gym, but also just the walk and the routine and everything else, it really kind of throws a wrench in the works. And I know, Robin, I promised you workout footage, but since I'm not really sure even where I'm working out, it's been hard. This week was really just kind of feeling out of place. And you know how it is, like when you're in a hotel gym, you never feel like you get a really good quality workout. Like even if you're pushing it really hard, because like you're just like out of your routine and it's just the equipment's not as great and you're kind of trying to make it work. So that's kind of how I felt all week. Like I was trying to make it work. But I will tell you this, I did get some really good workouts in and I pushed really hard. I was really sore. Like I was still able to really challenge myself, but I don't want to have to work so hard to work hard, if that makes sense. I want to work really hard, but I want to work really hard because I'm progressing, not because I'm like trying to force it or doing sets of like 20 with the heaviest weight I can find because that's all there is. So we'll see. I'm still on the hunt for a gym and we'll see how all that goes. Again, I'm just so thankful that this didn't happen while I was still on prep, or even worse, like if it was like the week before peak week or anything where it would have added a lot of like real like stress or instability to my prep would have been really a struggle. So the timing was fine. And I'm glad it didn't happen in like the dead of winter, like it's fine. I will continue to figure out a plan here and moving forward, hopefully find a gym that I can call home and really love. And then the gym, that was in my neighborhood, the one that closed, they actually said that they probably won't be in a new place for 6 months. So that's like spring, late spring at that point, maybe even summer. So I'm not really hopeful that that's even going to be a viable option. I mean, who knows what could happen in 6 months. So we shall see. So that's the check-in, that's the gym update. Life-wise, it was kind of just a really stressful week. Our medical assistant is still gone, so just that and just a lot of other stressors on me and the gym stuff. I was just feeling a little bit out of sorts this week, so didn't get a lot of other content, but I do have a shopping haul. It's from Costco, Walmart, and Amazon, and Redcon One. So tons of stuff in my shopping haul from this week. Got some really good stuff. This is going to be a short video. I'm going to show the clip of my grocery haul, and then I'm going to talk in the outro about a couple product updates and some other fun stuff. And I'm trying to keep this content interesting. I always am so bummed, like when a creator that I follow is doing like a prep series and then they just like stop recording, and I really don't want to do that. Like I think the reverse is actually way more interesting in a lot of ways than prep. So I'm hoping to start getting some more content of like meal prep and some other really value add things that can make, you know, it's all kind of in this off season, this growth season, whatever season it is for you, even if you're just in maintenance, like make it a little more fun and interesting, because bodybuilding isn't just a seasonal thing. Like it's every day. Like every day I'm a bodybuilder. Every day I'm thinking about how I can be better, what I can do to optimize my recovery, to optimize my growth, to optimize my muscle building. Like all of those things are huge. So those are my goals. So I'm really hoping that, you know, if you have questions or comments or anything you'd like to see in the reverse, like please leave those in the comments, because I really do genuinely want to make content that is engaging and shows you guys what you would like to see and what you came here for. I also, something else that I did this week, I started playing around a little bit with posing on the other side. So as a bikini competitor, we can pick a side. We only ever have to pose from one side, and we get to pick which side that is, which is why, you know, when you see bikini competitors in a lineup, they'll sometimes be facing different directions, right? Sometimes they'll be facing each other, and then another girl will be facing that way, and, you know, they all face different directions because they get to choose, whereas in other divisions, you know, even in wellness, they still do, you know, both sides posing. So because I kind of struggled so much this year with mobility and other things, I decided, like, what if I tried? And I used to kind of spend almost an equal amount of time posing on both sides, but this was seasons ago. I mean, I haven't done that, I didn't pose on that other side at all this season. So trying to practice that, and I think I might like it. So one of the issues that I saw when I was looking at some of the pictures of myself from stage was that I have a tendency to bring this rear shoulder really up. I don't do it when I'm posing on my own, but when I'm on stage, it always ends up looking like I'm kind of hiking this shoulder up really high. So like, well, if I make that the forward shoulder, and even if I then did hike this shoulder because it naturally sits a little lower, maybe I'll still look a little more balanced. So that's something I'm actually really excited to play around with a little bit in this off season. And I'm sure I'll start posting some videos and some side-by-sides and some other things to kind of see what we all think of the opposite side posing. So, oh yeah, I think that's it. Everything else I'm going to cover in my outro. So thank you for hanging in with me. Grocery haul is coming up, and then my outro. I'll see you soon. So this is my big grocery haul for the week. I went to Amazon, or when I went to Amazon, I did not go to Amazon. I ordered from Redcon 1. I went to Costco and Walmart. So let's go through all the things I got. And I did order something from Amazon. I did not go to Amazon, but I did order something from Amazon. So let's start off with my Redcon 1 order. So I got a couple of tubs of my favorite protein, the MRE Light. You can use this discount code that's on the screen somewhere here to get 20% off. I'm not sponsored, it's just a code. So you can save 20%. So this is the banana nut bread that I love. I actually opened it because I had it this morning pre-workout. And I got another one of the chocolate fudge brownie, super tasty. I got two of my favorite pre-workout. So this is a non-stim pre-workout. It's a Pump product. It's called Pump. These are the strawberry kiwi. I've never tried this flavor. I got two of them. Awesome. So if you want some good supplements, Redcon 1 is a great source for those things. The thing I ordered from Amazon this week is 2 boxes of this tea called Healthy Cycle. So this is from Traditional Medicinals. It's a tea that has a lot of raspberry leaf in it, which is really good for the uterus, but it also has some other herbal ingredients in it, like licorice root, stinging nettle, dandelion. It's just really good when I'm trying to get my cycle back following my show. So I've been drinking this, love it, super tasty. It's really mild, it's really good. Got these from Amazon. Tea is something that has gotten super expensive recently. I feel like I used to be able to get those for like less than $4 a box, and now they're like $6 a box, but Amazon had a good deal on them. Costco, let's do Costco next. So at Costco, I got a big container of the non-fat Greek yogurt, and also another of the Better Than Bouillon chicken broth. You guys know I love this. Also got this fun new seasoning to try. This is that was on sale. It's truffle, Parmesan, and black garlic seasoning. So I'm super excited to try this. Garlic, I feel like, can be really overwhelming, and I'm interested to see how the garlic and the black truffle battle it out in this seasoning. So if you have a Costco near you, I mean, this container is huge. So I'll update everybody, see how that tastes. I'm actually going to try it on my next meal. I also got a big bag of the triple berry blend. I love this. I've been putting it in my smoothies now that I have a little bit more carbs. I also got another bag of the organic blueberries, which you know I love. And of course, what would a shopping haul be without a big bag of frozen organic cauliflower rice? Even in my off season, I just really love the cauliflower rice. It's super tasty. Then at Walmart was where the rest of this stuff came from. So I got my usuals. You guys are probably used to seeing all this stuff by now. A couple of bags of the fat-free mozzarella. Also got a jar of dill gherkins. Big jar of the mild banana bell pepper or banana peppers. Love these. Put them on everything. I just kind of munch on them when I'm making dinner a lot of the time. A couple of these apple pie. I think they're called apple pie. Caramel apple pie. Caramel apple pie, Light and Fit Dan and Greek yogurts. Love those. Another of my favorite topping, the honey Dijon mustard. Of course, my prep vice is now back, the tangerine mango prep water. I got a unsweetened vanilla almond milk and a bag of organic carrots, and then a couple of things you don't normally see on my hauls, which is a couple of bars of dark chocolate, a bag of these Reese's baking chips and Reese's pieces, and a bag of brown sugar. Yes, I'm going to be doing some more baking. My friend Dave is competing next weekend, and he didn't get to come to the Olympia, and I want to send him some cookies. So I'm going to be baking some cookies for Dave early next week. Yeah, so this is what I got. I feel like there was more, but when I look at it all right here, I guess that was all it was. It was just heavy stuff, big heavy things. So those are my grocery haul items for the week. All right, we're back. So I got a lot of fun stuff this week. Amazon, Redcon 1, if you need the code, please use it. It's in the description box below. I think it's just Amy Gray 20, and you get 20% off all their products, and I do love them. They also make a whey isolate. If you love whey protein, they do make a whey isolate, and I think they make a whey blend as well. Ration, I think. And then a regular MRE, not the MRE light. So there's a lot of other options for protein powder and pre-workouts and other things too. So those are just the things I use, as you can see, all the time because I go through them often. So there are a couple of updates I have from the haul, and one that I forgot to show. The other place I went this week, and it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I walked up to Trader Joe's after work on Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. I got this everything but the elote seasoning. So Trader Joe's used to make a seasoning that was called like cheesy. It was really just called like cheese something, and I loved it. And they discontinued it, and I didn't know they discontinued it because I had a bunch. But I recently ran out, and I was hoping to buy more, and they don't have it anymore. So I got this one instead because it kind of seemed like it might be close. So the ingredients in this are just salt, sugar, corn flour, chili pepper, Parmesan cheese, chipotle powder, natural, citric acid, dried cilantro, rice fiber, and cumin. And so I kind of thought it would be a nice substitute for that one. And I like it. It's almost like, I mean, if you've had, the elote corn, you kind of know that seasoning blend, like the chipotle pepper and the lime, and like you definitely get that. Like that's why there's the citric acid in here, so you do kind of get that like limey acidicness. And then I was just hoping it would be like cheesier, because again, I was trying to replace the cheesy seasoning, but I get that that's not what this is. So it was really tasty. I've only used it once because I just got it, but I'm excited to play around with it some more and see if I think maybe I just need to use a little bit more of it. But I was afraid that the cumin would be really overpowering. So playing around with this still. I tried it on some cauliflower rice. It was good. And then in the haul, you saw that I got this truffle Parmesan and black garlic seasoning blend at Costco. This is delicious. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. So I was worried with this one, as I think I mentioned in the haul, that the garlic might be really overpowering, but black garlic it's sweeter than it doesn't have that like harsh acidic edge like raw garlic can have. So this was delicious, like really, really delicious. Like to the point that I'm like, ooh, I might want to go back and buy another one. I mean, big cost difference for sure. I think this, it says there's 510 servings in this container. No, I will not be getting 500 servings out of this container, but it's really big. I mean, this is 9 ounces. And I think it was on sale. So I think it was around $7, I think, with the like several dollar off coupon at Costco. But this one is 2.3 ounces at Trader Joe's, and it was $2, I think. So big price difference, but also, truffles are expensive. And the ingredients in this, the very first ingredient is black truffle salt. So like it is strong on the truffle. So if you don't like truffles, you will not like this. Then Parmesan cheese, cheese flavor, which is Parmesan cheese, skim milk, sodium phosphate, salt, lactic acid, cornstarch, dried cane syrup, black garlic powder, cellulose spices, garlic, lemon powder, lemon oil, artificial truffle flavor and natural flavor. So definitely recommend both of these. If you have a Costco near you, and it's, I think they're probably on sale for the next couple of weeks because that's usually how Costco runs stuff, like into the next month. Highly recommend picking this up if you like truffle because, so good. I mean, like, so good. I want to smell it again. Like, yeah. Definitely putting this on my lunch. It was delicious. So those are my product updates. I feel like there's another product update that I was supposed to give you guys, but I can't remember what it was. So if anyone is waiting for one, please tell me below and I will update you on what that product was and how it's going. So the other thing that I forgot to mention in my intro that I did this week that was so cool was I got to be a guest on the Hormones for Me podcast. They are linked in the description and also in the little I box right there. So that's with Ryan Root and his friends Eric and Jay. And they talk about, Ryan runs a hormone clinic, Hormones for Me. So they talk about a lot of things related to just optimizing health and hormones, and had reached out to me and asked, what kind of things like I was passionate about talking about. And I mentioned that I do a treatment for erectile dysfunction. So we spent, like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes talking all about kind of men's sexual health, treatments for erectile dysfunction, kind of functions of the, what causes erectile dysfunction, what you can do to help treat it, cure it, all those good things. So it was really fun. And they have a really interactive community. So it was a live podcast. It's a live stream, and then they, post it on their podcast channel. So it was really cool to be able to get those live questions from listeners, and their listeners ask really intuitive, insightful questions. So it was really good. It was really fun. And then I'm going to be back on, not this coming week, but the following week to talk all about women's sexual health and libido and all that good stuff. So it's, that's a big part of what Ryan does with his hormone clinic is, people come to him for help with hormone optimization. And very often, what kind of triggers that is a downturn in libido. So it'll be really fun. I'm really excited. And I am super passionate about this topic, and especially for women's health. I mean, I think as women, so all of you men that are listening, if this is not your thing, that's fine. But, I really think that feminine energy is so powerful, and that I really wish more women really embraced their femininity and embraced their sexual power, their feminine energy, their feminine power. I mean, we literally create life, and whether or not you have created life or not, you have that ability inside you. And I think that's so misunderstood and misutilized. Like, women tend to really want to suppress their menstruation and, cover up symptoms and other things, and not really deal with having a period, and they see it as an inconvenience. Whereas to me, it is magical. It is something to be celebrated. And yeah, so I'm really excited and really thankful that Ryan asked me to come back on again and talk about the ladies, since I think they have a predominantly male listening base, but of course those men are wanting to have sex with somebody, and at least probably 50% of those somebodies are women. So hopefully it helps them as well. So definitely check them out, give them a follow. And then if you wanted to tune in and listen to me talk about women's health, that'll be that first week in November. Yeah, first week of November. So that should be really fun. And it was a really great experience. And of course, every week, got the AB Lives. We had a great one this week. We talked about some of the drama that was going on in the bodybuilding world in general, because my goodness, if you follow bodybuilding, it was a tumultuous week with all the drama with Matt Jensen and Jeff Nippard. I mean, it was just kind of a crazy week in bodybuilding. So we had a really fun conversation today about all of that as well. Got some great questions over there. Awesome, awesome crew that listens. They have really good questions, and we're always happy to help. So that's where you can find me the rest of the week. So I think that's all I've got this coming week. Just a lot of busy work. It's Halloween. We're actually podcasting on Halloween for my other podcast. Yes, I do a lot of podcasts for Beauty and the Surgeon. We're recording on Halloween, and I can't believe it. It's going to be basically, we're only going to record one more time this whole year, and then the year is over. It is going to go by so quickly, only really 9 weeks left in the year. And so many of those weeks are holiday weeks that they don't even count. So it's basically 2025 already. Yikes. Time to start prep again. Yay. As you can tell, I love prepping. I'm trying to embrace the off season, but I really love to prep. So that should be really fun. I am getting my nails done. They are in a terrible state. I can't believe it's been since before I went to the Olympia. That's how long it's been. I stretched out this manicure to the very, very end. They are in desperate need of being fixed. So doing that tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got this week. Sorry, this is not the most interesting of ones, but some good stuff coming. And again, I know I say it every time, but please leave your questions, comments, all that good stuff in the description or in the comments section below, because I would love to, do some additional content if you guys are interested in it, and try and get some gym footage, depending on where that gym footage ends up being. I don't know. If it was summer, I say I might be able to get some outdoor footage, but that's not going to happen. We're supposed to get snowed like 2 to 3 times this coming week. So it's going to be cold and chilly. I'm going to be hunkering down, trying to find a gym, eating all the food with all the delicious seasonings on them, all that good stuff. So thank you all so much for listening. I appreciate you all so much. Please, please, please send me some sunshine. Spread positivity and light to yourself and everyone around you. Send me some warm, sunny vibes if you're from a warm, sunny place when I'm shivering in the cold this week. And I hope you're all doing amazing and have a wonderful week. And I will see you all here next time.